Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Red Divide, the greatest rivalry between Liverpool and Man United. Joining me in studio today, as usual, my cousin Mark. How you doing?
Good on you, Marcos. Geez, you stole that introduction from me like that, hey? I was just
Uh,
about to
uh,
say something, you stepped in there. I'm like, oh, check this guy.
it almost looked like you were still in La La Land, you know what I mean? So I thought I'll just jump on the bandwagon and beat you to it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about Garnacho's goal, Can you blame me?
Whew, what a cracker. Good way to start the game after 3 minutes, eh?
It's what we need more of. More of those early goals to, set the tone and give some confidence and then build on that.
Yeah, well, it was a great goal, and that set the tempo for the game. You guys got a good result. But 3-0 is not a real true reflection of the game.
You're right, should have been
You
five.
could, I think Everton strikers were wearing the Man United boots from previous game weeks where you couldn't finish because they hit the crossbar. The keeper Onana made how many saves? Countless saves. Everton actually had double
Countless.
the amount of shots that you guys had.
Not
It's not a
countless,
true
just a few
reflection of the
good
game.
just a few good saves. You know that
Yeah, yeah.
he's tied for the most clean sheets um, the season, and yet we didn't start the season too well. But somehow he's tied for clean sheets, so maybe United are finally turning that corner.
Yeah, he's got Maguire in front of him, so it's solid. It's solid there at the back. So that's why he's got all those clean sheets.
Yeah, solid as a bridge made out of matchsticks. Yeah, very solid.
But you must be happy, hey? I see Luke Shaw's back.
Old Shaw, old 23, he's back.
I saw that.
It's good to have him back, but I was really enjoying Regulon's performances. So I do hope we see, him and Regulon alternate. I think Regulon's really good. But I was actually hoping to hold on to him, but then we have three. We have Malasia, Shaw, Regulon. Regulon's more experienced than Malasia,
Yeah, yes.
but Malasia's got youth on his side. So what do you do there? But yeah, I just hope to see a little more Regulon throughout the season. But so happy to have Shaw back. He's number one for a reason, and just he's composed on the ball. He's great. He slows it down when he needs to, and he runs up and down that touchline when need be to. So I'm very happy to have Luke Shaw back.
He makes a big difference, creating that width on the line. He's got a good eye for a pass as well. He's a decent player. I think obviously your squad is a lot more stronger when he's in it. And there's
Hmm.
more balance because he's a naturally left-footed, so there's more balance to the team as well.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I
I
agree.
agree.
And
Reglon's decent.
to be fair, I have to be fair to Maguire. Um, him and Lindelof, they had the partnership at the back again. Somehow we've found our way back to Lindelof and Maguire. And look, while they're playing well, it works. Lindelof had a great game.
He did.
He stuck his head in a few good places and put in some really good tackles. He had a really good game, so good for him. And Maguire's doing well. You've got to give him props. He's come through some of the worst criticism that any player has been through. Um, and he's playing decently. You got to say that he's doing well. So long may that continue. Although he's still not, for me, he's not a starter for Manchester United. But while he keeps it up, why not? I do see that we heavily linked with a new centre back for 2024, but likely to be in the summer, not January. But I think that's to replace Varane. It looks like Varane has fallen off the face of the planet somehow. Um, just not his form's just abandoned him. I don't know if it's age catching up or those injuries he's had over his career because man used to get injured often.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to play its part, and he just doesn't have that extra step or extra bit of speed or yeah, I don't know if it's slowing him down, but we definitely need another defender come beginning of next season. But yeah, and then Delo started on the right. He gives you pretty good, consistent performances. Delo, he gives
He's
you six,
consistent.
sevens out of 10, so cannot complain about that. I would like to see more of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I see he's travelled with the squad today to go for the Galatasaray game, and he's gonna if he plays, he'll play against his old teammate Louis Saha. So Zaha will really hate to see Aaron once again, as he knows that I don't call him Spider-Man for nothing. I'll never forget that run he had last season. It was one-on-one with the keeper, and Wan-Bissaka came from nowhere and stuck out that leg that looks like a 10-meter long leg, and
Yeah,
just grabbed that ball just before he could shoot and stop that, because he would have scored. They would have won
he
that
would
day.
have.
So thank God.
Well, they were teammates, so he obviously knows the strengths and weaknesses of Zaha, and he's got pace and he can put in a tackle. So,
Mm.
obviously, he's got good attributes. I saw he came on in the second half as well of your
Mm.
game against Everton.
But late, he came on much later. I think Shaw came
Yeah,
off his first game back, and then they moved the low there and put Wan-Bissaka there. Sorry, earlier I think I said Lewis Zaha. I meant to say Wilfred Zaha.
Wilfred Zaha.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, thinking about our striker Lewis. But yeah, that's. I think even after the game, Zaha said he was running and he heard footsteps and he turned and he looked and he's like, "Shit, it's Aaron. Anyone but Aaron." You know what I mean? And man, he got there just in time. Saved that day.
yeah. I think it's going to be tricky for Ten Hag to try and obviously choose his best 11 once most of your players with injuries are back. I think the players that have stepped in have done well. No one ever thought that Maguire and Lindelof would, form a partnership and keep what is
Again,
it, two or three,
yeah.
clean sheets in a row
Yeah,
now.
3 clean sheets in a row now, yeah.
So
The other
disappointing.
side of it is Kobe Mainu. I don't know if you watched the game, Marcus.
the
That like
youngster,
that
number
youngster,
52.
danger, danger.
He
Like
is.
he was in preseason, he was doing really well. Then we played Real Madrid, and they tackled the shit out of him, and he got injured. I think he injured his back, so he had to get taken off. And yeah, he's to have him back to see his first Premier League start, control the game like that. So young, so talented, amazing to see. So happy for him, and I look forward to seeing a lot more of Mainu.
Yeah, I saw him playing, and I was quite impressed. I couldn't remember seeing him before,
Mm.
and he reminds me a lot of Stefan Basic there at Liverpool, the youngster, the Spanish boy. They got a
Compare
lot. Their game
quality
is very
with crap
similar,
there at
very
Liverpool, my
similar.
friend. Hey, and compare quality with absolute crap there at Liverpool. What's going on? Jeez, I thought you were going to say like a Pirlo, or give him a proper props. But you're talking about a Liverpool player.
No,
Come on,
no,
man.
he's not there yet. Maybe if we can compare him to someone, maybe we can compare him to Joe Masono. Someone that never really made it.
No chance, brother. He's going to be the new big
Uh,
thing. Watch that boy. He's going
nah,
to
you
light
know
things
what?
up.
In all fairness, jokes aside, I was quite impressed with what I saw from him. He was composed. He actually saved the goal off the line.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
ball was he saved the goal off the line. He kept on
Yeah,
finding himself in critical positions, kept on winning the ball back. Nice distribution. He's got a bit of pace. So yeah, he's definitely one for the future.
yeah, no, his danger was great. He had a hell of a performance. Definitely man of the match. So yeah, that was awesome. And although you'd have to fight off Garnacho for that goal just for man of the match, because man, that was ridiculous.
And the
Rooney-esque,
thing is,
unbelievable.
I saw straight after the game the comparisons were there. I don't know if you saw there was some messages going around social media
Saying
where
who did it
obviously
better.
Garnacho scored his goal. Then it was Rooney, and there was some oak from Sunday League, some no-name brand from Sunday League, also hitting the overhead. People taking the piss. It was quite
That's
funny.
great. That's awesome.
But yeah, in all fairness, I think the lot kind of hit the ball a little bit too far behind him. He took a look up, and I think with the curl of the ball started moving away from him. But he did so well to like get back into that position and time that finish
To
was like,
perfection. But
oh
to be fair,
man.
it was a bit of a floater. It stayed in the air for quite a while,
The
ran
thing is, it was
back,
moving away from goals. It was
correct,
moving, like towards the
for sure.
middle
So
of the halfway line.
he ran backwards, and the technique,
Oh, it
he
was fantastic.
to perfection. The way he caught that, you see in the replay, slow motion, catches it so sweet, and
It
just
was
puts it
fantastic.
top corner. And I spoke to a few people, yesterday, today, Sunday, and most of them just said they just stared at the screen like, they didn't have
Bewildered.
words, just like in disbelief. What just happened here? You know what I mean? Like, in shock. I don't believe what I just seen. You know what I mean? In madness. So, yeah, it was amazing. Definitely Rooney-esque. Rooney would be proud of that.
yeah.
and so happy for him. So happy for that youngster. But just has to keep working hard, not let it get to his head, and build and work on all the other little attributes to become a complete player.
And the thing is, he's been starting on the left,
Hmm.
but he's so inclined to cut in. He doesn't like hug the
He's not a
touchline and
winger.
give you that
Yeah,
width. That's
yeah.
the thing. That's
But
not his natural position.
to be fair, how many natural wingers do you know about these days that are in the Premier League?
Yeah, you know what? The skill sets
Dying
have
breed.
changed. Yeah, the skill sets have changed um, in today's day.
Hmm.
Obviously, in the olden days, you were a winger, you stayed on the wing, and that was it. Now, players have, transitioned into being able to play lots of different
Forwards.
positions, which is
Hmm.
obviously ideal
Hmm.
for coaches and tactics.
Hmm.
So, yeah, but the boy's got talent. Great goal. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he plays for such a cuck team.
Don't call Argentina a cuck team. They're a good team as well, Marcus. They got Messi. They're a great team. They're much better than Liverpool.
They got
But
McAllister as well, so that's what makes him better.
yeah, he's okay.
But in all
Yeah,
fairness, I watched the game. Don't ask me why. I have a lot more better things to
I
do with
know
my
why.
time than watch Man
You want to watch
United.
the best team in the world? I don't blame you. Keep going.
Yeah, I watched Liverpool and City on Saturday. I did watch the best teams in the
Yeah,
world.
there
You're
was a
right.
reason you watched the Sunday game because you want to watch the best team.
But yeah, I think it was a tough day at the office for you. I think at some stages of that game you must have been sweating because Everton were actually playing decently. They weren't a
Never
pushover.
say I was sweating. They were playing well, and they had a few chances that I thought that surely they're going to score,
Oh
like their
yeah,
clearance of the line. And then, as you said, Onana made one or two real quick saves, but
three,
also
three
defenders on
great
the line.
saves.
There were defenders on the line, and was real close proximity, and it was a save and a push and a this and get things out the way. But yeah, they got it out of the way, and thank God kept the clean sheet. How I don't
I
know,
don't
but
know. They
I'll
even
I'll, I'll
smashed the
take it.
crossbar. Did you see that? How
Yeah,
that
it was a
Boyke
free kick,
smashed the
wasn't it?
crossbar. It was a quick free kick. Then he took it 3 or 4 steps and he smashed it.
Yeah,
I thought it was cabin. Hit the
yeah.
crossbar. Oh, great
Great
effort though.
attempt. Great attempt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
unlucky.
attempt.
Um,
Well, it's
but yeah.
unfortunate that Everton lost. I would have hoped that they would have won, but good result for you guys.
Uh,
Congratulations, another 3 points. I didn't expect it, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
well,
You
like
guys
we said,
mustn't. You guys mustn't find consistency now and keep clean sheets and keep on winning. I prefer it when you guys are doing much worse.
well, I think it's now 3 in a row. That's we just need to keep
It
building on that.
is. No,
Um,
don't keep building.
and like I said in the previous podcast, it's strange that we're playing each other's derbies. You
Yeah.
playing City, we played Everton, and yeah. But I called it, and I said you'd pull off a draw. City would nick it, but yeah, it was good to see. I think you guys were fortunate. I don't think City played the best. They haven't been playing well, as we've mentioned, losing to Arsenal, just stumbling, not really kicking into gear. So I still think it's a great time to play City. I wish that we played City in this little moment and not earlier when we did. But yeah, it's all good. I look forward to us going on this more consistent run and then meeting you in, what's it now, Cuz? 20 days, 19 days? I don't know. You counting? How many days are we at?
19. 17th of
Nice.
December, my cuz. It's around the corner.
Nice. Cannot
Can't
wait.
wait.
So
Yeah,
after
but
the game, yeah, the City Liverpool game was decent. Not many goals, but a high quality game. It was good.
yeah, it was my cousin
Thanks to Tony.
going into the game. Obviously, I did say that I'd be happy with the draw.
Mm,
I think in the first half, City kind of pipped us in terms of possession and creating more chances. Although saying that, we created the first chance of the game to score, where Salah put a cross in, Nunez got a header, keeper made a good save, and then Jota tried to get the follow up, but he couldn't score. And then then they scored, and the game changed, and they almost took control. And I think we're a little bit too deep, although we still had our shape. I think we're a little bit too deep, and I think we gave them too much respect in the first half. And yeah, they went one up. Terrible mistake from Allison. He didn't have the best game. He
yeah,
struggled, although he made a couple of good saves. You know, saving us points, but he also made a couple of mistakes. So for the first goal, he kicked it, he miskicked it, didn't even go near the halfway line. Nathan Ake picked it up. Literally, Soboslai charged him,
Sure.
tried to rush him. He literally dropped his shoulder, went past him. Then Trent tried to
Yeah.
stepped in between Trent, and put a nice little through ball for Haaland. And Haaland doesn't miss from there, because you know what I mean.
No,
He
no.
buries from there. So obviously, there we were one down. I was disappointed because it was an error from Ellison, and he's normally so consistent, and we know that goal is safe with him. So yeah, he had a little bit of a stumble in his game. He also had
But I don't
another.
know. I don't know so much about Ellison. For one stage, him and Edison were the two best keepers in the league, without a doubt.
Yeah,
But the last season, obviously, you guys didn't have a good season, and I think he played his part in that. Just seems he's starting to make more mistakes. There was a game a week or two ago, was before internationals, so 2 or 3 weeks ago, that he almost made a mistake, but I think the other team didn't capitalize on it. And I'm like, the guy's starting to make more mistakes. He's not as good as he used to be. I don't know. I don't think he's as solid
I
at the
think
back as he once was.
it's nerves, and it's a big game temperament. You're playing against the champions, the treble winners. You know what I mean? It's last season when we played at City, we lost 4-1.
You got to
Although we
keep
were losing
saying treble
2-1.
winners. Just say league winners. We're fine with that.
Am I giving him too much credit or what?
Way too much.
Yeah, I think it's probably just the occasion, because you know what I mean. Like when we were at the Emirates last season, got smacked 4-1. Although for most part of the game we were losing 2-1. The last 2 minutes of the game they scored two quick goals, 4-1. I think maybe that the nerves could have got to him, because there was a situation where we got the ball at the back. The ball got passed to Ellison. Haaland charged him down. He dropped his shoulder. Haaland went that way. He went in the opposite direction. Kind of dullered him. But then Ellison's pass was straight to Foden. And Foden's first touch wasn't good, luckily. So Ellison got to set himself in position, and Foden literally hit it straight at him. So that could have been
What I mean,
2-0. Bang, right there.
making cacas.
Yeah, so he didn't have the best game. But what I do want to mention is Matip. Matip had, man, when I re-watched the game and did the analysis of the game, man, he did everything right. When Liverpool were being pushed back, he went on those mazy runs like he does. He just goes on these. He's like a sloth. He's so tall, but he has the ability to keep the ball at his feet and just like
Slow as a
glide
slot,
between
yeah.
players. Yeah, but he's actually got the ability to actually go between players, and that started causing City problems, because they were so compact that we couldn't break them down. And then one defender, similar situation to Nathan Ake, where they created the goal, ran through there, passed it to Salah, we almost scored. But overall, I think the first half City definitely deserved to win. But second half we came out and we showed. We played. We actually played really well. We were really compact. I was happy with the performance. Obviously, individual performances and individual errors, took its part in the game. But it's part of football. You can't go and blame one player and, get out the pitchfork and, put him on the pitchfork. It's not how it is. You've got to take the good with the bad. And yeah, I'm happy with the result. Well, shall I say, a point at the Etihad. Always a difficult place to go. And yeah, I don't know if you saw the Trent celebration.
Yeah, he teased someone, didn't he?
Yeah, so he scored the goal, and he was right there in front of the City fans, and he walked towards like the near the corner flag, and he put his finger on his mouth like that, because they've been giving him stick every single season, and I think he probably just had enough. So yeah, that was the first talking point, and the second talking point at the end of the game, Klopp goes to give Pep a hug and a kiss and a big handshake, and in the corner you see the camera, you see Darwin Núñez going towards Pep, and Klopp grips him, and
Pep should have slapped Darwin. Pep should have
so
slapped Darwin.
Pep was trying to tune him, and obviously he was trying to Darwin was trying to tune Pep as well. And I watched a couple of video interviews with Klopp and Guardiola, and they were saying, like, this is the fifth interview. You all ask the same question: what happened with Darwin? Nothing happened with Darwin. Klopp is obviously much stronger than me. So, and then Pep went on to say, You obviously not in my good books because the first question you asked me is shit, and the second question you asked me is shit. So there's been this controversy, like what happened, what was the incident. Everybody wanted closure, and eventually we got some closure. So I did some digging. What happened was in last season's match when we lost 4-1 at the Etihad, when Kostas Tomiskas was busy, he was on the sideline, and City just scored. Pep Guardiola went to him. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, you like this? You like this?" So Darwin is now best Chinas with Costas. That's exactly what he was doing now. He went to Pep and he was pointing to the points. He's like, did you like that? Did you like that goal? And then he was going like this with his badge. Klopp was still saying in the interview, he said, I didn't understand what they were doing. I like both of them. So I just tried to diffuse the situation because I didn't understand what they were saying. Pep went on to say, it was nothing. This is football. Everybody wants to win. But the truth is, obviously, Darwin wanted to get one back at Pep because what he did to his mates in the previous season. So that's what
Yeah.
happened.
You want to talk about crybabies? You want to talk about Bruno? Darwin looks like a real little crybaby to me. Little emotional little crybaby.
I think in his mind, Marcus, every game is a Liverpool Man United. Like Liverpool doesn't have that type of rivalry with Man City, although, in the past 5 or 7, let's say 7, 8 years, obviously we've been their main rivals. But I don't think he gets that it's not that game. It's not a Man United Liverpool. It's a Man City Liverpool. You know what I mean? So yeah, Marcus. But overall, decent performance. Happy with what the boys did on the day. Nice to see Darwin stir Pep up a little bit. Nice to see a little bit of controversy. But in the end, we got the point that I wanted, and yeah, that's a wrap. It was. I'm sure it was a good game of football for everyone to watch. Probably not the best game of football because it was quite tight, but yeah, it was entertaining nonetheless.
It wasn't bad, and unfortunately, City didn't get what they deserved from the game. They should have won that game, but it is what it is. Liverpool were lucky once again, counting their lucky ducks. So yeah, good for them.
Yeah, good little finish from Trent actually. So how the goal came was they had a corner, we got the ball. Gravenberg came on as a substitute, so he got the ball, and he's really good at keeping the ball and then moving with pace. So he drew the player towards him, then he moved away, gave the ball to Luis Diaz. He was on
Yeah,
the touchline, created a little bit of space, put the ball into a decent area. Salah got it. Salah saw a little bit of open gap. It was the first time not the first time, but one of the first couple of times that Trent actually got into that middle position. And nice little pass from Salah, great finish from Trent. And yeah, we earned a deserved point at the Etihad.
yeah. I don't know about deserve it, but anyway, we got lucky ducks. Yeah.
And
So
then Arsenal went and topped off the Premiership table by winning. How
very
disappointing.
fortunate, very fortunate, old Arsenal. But it's all
Tough game
good.
for them.
Yeah, very tough game, but I was hoping Brentford would hold on for the draw.
You needed
Um,
both.
Actually, it is what it is. It's only 1 point ahead of you. No, ahead of City, I think.
A bit of
And then
City,
you guys are
just
one
in
point
front of
further
us.
back, right?
That's right, yeah.
And then United, absolute worst start in 62 years or whatever it is. We find ourselves 6 or 7 points off the top. Like, you guys are lucky that we are in such turmoil, that the club's in such disarray, with ownership and fans and this and that and players. And man, because we would just be flying away. We'd just be gone with the wind.
Yeah, you're
But
gonna be gone in the wind in Turkey tomorrow, Marcus.
please, I think
Yeah,
this
gone in the wind.
is
Those Turkish oaks gonna put you in their pipe and smoke you one time.
this is United, not Liverpool, my friend. You'll
Tomorrow
see.
you,
So
tomorrow
listen,
you can wave goodbye to Champions League. Hey, dry your tears because you're going out tomorrow.
we'll have to see, but I doubt it. You know that in '93, Galatasaray beat us for the first time, and that's what provoked their song that they have, their chant that is "Welcome to Hell" when you're in the Galatasaray stadium. That's when they beat United, and that whole thing kicked off. So um, yeah, we owe them. We owe them a good slapping. We're on a little bit of a run, got a little bit of confidence, but need to now push that on into Europe because if we go out of the Champions League, it's been an absolute disaster of a Champions League season. So we need to up our game, go there. It's going to be tough. It'll be a really hostile environment, and we go there and we show them what we're all about, and hopefully it's a good performance, and we come away with the 3 points, and then it's just buying.
Or you can lose tomorrow.
This guy.
That you can remain bottom of the table, and
Yeah.
then try and do something right at the last game against Bayern. If you
No
beat
thanks.
Bayern, then you
No
deserve to
thanks.
go through.
No thanks. So then I risk Europa League, and I don't want Europa League. You can keep that. I don't want that Thursday, Sunday. If it was different days, if you played on the same day as Champions League, maybe. But Thursday, Sunday, it's getting in that routine of watching a team only every Sunday, and it's only every Thursday, and you're traveling to the far eastern parts of Europe, and it's not the most glamorous, right? And United should always be in the elite of the elites competition.
Should be
And
an
we are,
operative
and
word.
right now we are. So can't complain. Just got to stay there.
You're right. You are. You're in the elite. You are in the elite. Let's not take it away from you guys. You guys are in the Champions League. Even though you're bottom of your log, you are still in the Champions League. So I can't take that away from you.
You're so funny, huh? Tell us again, who are you playing? Who are you playing on Thursday?
Before we go to me, Mr. Statman, I want to tell you something.
Hold on. Just remind us who you're playing on Thursday night.
We're playing Lusk. We're playing
What's
Lusk.
her name? Who?
Thursday.
What's her name?
Lusk.
Never heard of it.
L-A-S-K.
Yeah.
Well, you never heard of them because you've never played against Kloss before. You guys playing against Galatasaray. So
yeah, Mr. Europa League. Give us your stat.
I have a stat here for you. Do you know that between you and Galatasaray, you both have won 2 games against each other? So it's even Stevens, eh?
Wonderful stat, eh?
They're at home, anything can happen.
Thanks, Marcus. Thanks for that useless piece of info. I thought you were going to tell us that we the reason that they became European, I don't know, qualified or some sort. Jeez. Yeah, no, it'll be good.
But that just puts things into perspective. Yeah, they've won 2 against you. You've won 2 against them. It's pretty even. You're playing in Turkey, hostile environment. It's do or die, Marcus. That's where you guys are at. It's do or die. Show what you are, win the game, or finish bottom of your log.
I'll happily take the bottom. Just don't give me Europa. But the goal is to get through, get knockouts, get there round of 16, and push on. Never know. Maybe somehow you make a strange little run. I've seen Chelsea do worse things, lose almost every game in the group stages, and then somehow qualify, get through, and then they went on the run and won the thing. So anything's possible. But we need to focus on the league. We really got to focus on the league. So whatever happens, let it happen. Just don't give us Thursday, Sunday, because that's going to put too much pressure on the league, and we need to focus on the league.
But in terms of revenue, Marcus, do you think it is wise to go out of European competition? Because the clubs earn a decent wage if you guys get far in the competition.
I don't care about the wage.
You'll be losing out financially if you guys get kicked out of both competitions.
I don't care about the finances because that goes straight to the Glazers, right? So why should I care about the finances? They're going to take it anyway. It's not like they put any money into the club. They just take out. So all I care about is Champions League football once again next season.
Look at all the players you guys have bought. What do you mean? Look at the players you've bought. They've given you money to buy players.
They've given us money?
Yes.
Let's not start this conversation, my friend. Taking out $1 billion, €1 billion, never mind, or pounds, never mind giving us a cent. They haven't given us 1 cent.
So they took the money out of the club. So who's funding the money for Amrabat, for
Manchester United,
for Hoyland, for
Manchester
Varane? United? You see, you guys have bought so many players since Ten Hag has come in. Where does that money come from? Did Man City give you a bouncy check for you guys to pay the?
As Manchester United have always been the club that makes the most money every single year. Now I think we're 3rd or 4th. We've fallen down on sponsorships, on merchandise, on stadium seats. It's non-stop. We're the number one. We were for the longest time the number one generating income of any
Shirt
sort of
sales
sports
as
team.
well.
Yeah, it was merchandise of any sports team.
Ronaldo. Yeah.
We would make the most amount of money every single year. That's all sponsorships, business deals, etc. Got nothing to do with the Glazers. They would sit back and just, sweet, we made X amount this year, 300 million this year, 150 for us in our pockets. Shh. Instead of leaving it
But
there, let the club go. You can go look at the files. They're all there. They pulled over $1 billion out since they started owning the club. Out.
sure, but that's not sustainable.
Now, why do you think we struggle so much? Somehow United have managed to do this with one hand handcuffed behind their back. Now you know
And
why
yet,
we've allowed City and Liverpool to do anything.
so your hands are tied with your owners, but yet you guys had such lucrative offers from, was it Sir Jim Radcliffe, and then you had some sheik from Dubai also wanting to buy in, and they pulled
Yeah,
the plug.
you had the Emir of Qatar.
Yeah,
He's a
he put in a bid for like 3 billion or something silly,
six. Yeah.
6 billion, and they turned it down.
Yeah, because Sir Jim gave them a minority offer, which they've apparently accepted, and it will all be
It's
confirmed
25%,
and
right?
solidified soon. And then he owns minority, but he takes over all footballing control. So anything with the football is Sir Jim, and then merchandise business side is the Glazers, and he's just a silent partner in there, I believe. But he'll have
Yeah,
full
but
control of footy.
if he's going to have full control of footy, there is governing laws because he's the owner of Nice Football Club as well.
Yeah, but
And I
that
believe he owns another club as well, which I
no,
can't
it's
think of
just
the name right
Nice,
now.
and then it would be Manchester United. But
No, there's another club.
no, but it's about being in the same competition. There's another league, another team that he has that's in the same competition. It's like Red
So,
Bull. Red Bull have got Leipzig and Salzburg. They
yeah.
are owned by the same company, but they split up, I think, with sister and parent companies. So I think they eventually, if you work it all back, they're under the same umbrella, but otherwise they split as you come down. And UEFA let it fly. It's the same as City. City have got obviously City, and then they've got American clubs, and they've got Girona, the Spanish club that are currently, I think they're second, or if they won now this weekend, they'll be back to first in La Liga, and they part of the City umbrella. So it's there. That
Somehow there's loopholes that they're getting
yeah
around it.
yeah they're getting past that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just worried about getting the Glazers out and getting us back to using our
So
full
is
potential.
this deal done now? Is it signed, sealed, and delivered, or are we still in negotiations phase with Sir
According
Jim Ratcliffe?
to Ornstein and Romano, yeah, it's done, but final documents are still apparently being drawn up. But there's an agreement there. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time now, the next coming weeks, and it'll be done.
Well, that's good for United, I guess.
Yeah. But back onto Galatasaray, it's going to be tough, and I'm hoping that we come out of there with a win. If we do win, I don't see it being by many goals. It'll be extremely hostile environment. So I'm going to go with we're going to win by one.
You're going to win by 1
Mm.
against Galatasaray.
Mm.
They got a decent squad, eh? I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah,
So
they've got a
check
good
this
team.
out. Icardi. Remember Icardi?
Inter Milan player.
Zaha.
Mm.
Dries Mertens.
Mm.
Ndombele, that was at
Mm.
Spurs. Torreira, that was there at
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Mm.
Angelino, that used to be at City. The other 3 players, I don't know. But they seem to have a decent squad. So I
Oh, they
think
do.
you'll
They're
find it
probably
tough going, eh?
chow Liverpool, so no worries.
Well, they're definitely going to chow you guys tomorrow.
Yeah,
So,
listen to this guy.
they'll set the tone. You guys are already stone cold last in your group. They'll just put the nail in the coffin.
If we Stone Cold last, imagine where you guys would be, because you guys couldn't even finish top 4 last season. Imagine.
Well, this is Liverpool we're talking about, Marcus. Last
Didn't you
season was
lose?
tough for
Listen to
us.
me. Didn't you lose to a Europa team the other day? Yeah.
Yes, we did. We did.
Okay, so you can't even beat Europa League teams. Don't come talking about Champions League teams, my cousin.
Says the guy that got almost won the competition and lost. Come on, you also lost to Europa teams.
Yeah, we
So
got to
what's
the
your point?
final. Got to the final.
What's
We
your
didn't lose in
point?
the group stages. We lost in the final. What can you
You
do?
didn't lose any game in the group stages.
Maybe when we rested players, sure.
So what do you think we did?
Full team, full strength side.
You mug. Yeah, we rested players.
Yeah.
We rested
So
players.
that's my
That's how it
prediction.
is.
We're gonna win by one and take it on to the final day and hopefully give us something to celebrate. But that's just me being very hopeful. Could go very south and we lose tomorrow and it's done. Uh,
I, re-
but,
I reckon. I reckon you'll draw. I reckon
confidence
you'll
is
draw
high.
or you'll lose.
Confidence is high, so I'm going to go with the win. Anyway, talk to us about a little Thursday night football there against Lask.
Yeah, we.
You can lose this one too.
Nah, not at all. You know, they bottom of the log.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, they're not the same caliber team that we are. You know, I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way or shape or form, but you know, the league that they play in and the league we play in is two different ball games. So I can anticipate that we'll make more changes. I'm sure we'll see a lot of the fringe players or the second players coming in. But yeah, I reckon we'll win the game 3-1. Hopefully keep a clean sheet. I'm sure Kelleher will start. It'd be nice to see Doak on the right. We'll we'll probably start with Matip. He's been doing well. I know our Boyki is injured. Our beast. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't
You
know. There's any
don't.
beats. There's no beats
Ibu.
that play for Liverpool.
Ibu, our beast. I doubt he'll
Yeah.
play because he had a little bit of a niggle. But yeah, I predict really a weakened squad, but with a little bit of experience, you know, to get the result. So I reckon 3-1, somewhere around there. Liverpool one.
If you lose, how many points is the next team behind you?
We've got 9. The next team's got 6.
Oh, so if you lose, maybe that team wins. Next thing, it's not Lask that's second, is it?
No, they Stone Cold last. So Toulouse, sorry, they got 7 points. We got 9. Toulouse got 7. Union Saint Gilloise got 4, and Lask got 3. So
It'll be hilarious if Toulouse go first and you lose. Next podcast will be quite interesting.
yeah, I'll be. I think I'll have a mouthful of teeth. I won't be able to talk. You'll have me rattled.
100%. You just look at me smiling.
I'll just nod. I'll give you sign language.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
jeez.
What's your prediction?
3-1, definitely. Liverpool one. What do you reckon?
Right. I think you'll. I mean, I hope you rest enough players that it's real challenging, and somehow they nick the win to Lask nick the win in the last couple minutes. That'd be great.
We have home,
Um,
cuz. We're
you're
playing at
home.
home and not away.
Yeah, I don't know, Enfield. It doesn't mean that much anymore. Um, but you'll probably win. I think you'll win 2-0.
2-0. Is that all?
Oh,
Darwin
it's good.
Nunes with bicycle kick 3-0? No?
No, listen, he doesn't have the skills of Garnacho. Please don't compare him
Oh,
to Garnacho. That dude, he's so
oh,
useless. Jeez. He misses the absolute easy ones. And to be fair, he hit some really nice goals from far and some challenging angles. But man, that dude's not
he
consistent.
misses some sitters. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't even defend him because it's the truth. I'm
yeah,
just
it's right.
hoping with time, with time and a lot of practice, you know, you can kind of put that behind him because that's
Yeah,
probably the biggest chink in his armor. He hasn't quite perfected that. I think sometimes it's so weird because last season there was a couple of goals that he scored that I thought to myself, geez, how did you do that? You know, the ball came across, the defender's jumping, you know, as a striker, I was a striker. Now, when the defender jumps in line of the ball, you know, you have to be so switched on, anticipating that he's going to miss. so that you got the timing to score. And sometimes I've been like, geez, how did he actually score that? And then when he's in front of goals and he misses, I'm like, bro, little bit of composure. That's all you need. Little bit of composure.
Yeah, and I called it early days, saying that he's a danger to the crowd. Remember?
I
Early
remember
days, this guy
that joke did the rounds for a
will
while.
be shooting the fans up there. Jeez. Shoot left, shoot right, misses the goals, smacks a fan in the face. Yeah,
Well,
no.
he's had a decent season so far. He's scored seven in total so far for us, and in this past break, he scored 3 for Uruguay. So he's got a little bit of form.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
good
he
for him.
can. Hopefully, he can score the easy goals and carry on scoring the difficult goals as well.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, my cuz, that's a wrap. It's a wonderful chat again. Always enjoy
Yeah,
chatting to
as
you.
always.
I do always enjoy your view, although it's quite deranged and all over the show, and I never understand you supporting Liverpool, but it is what it is, and yeah, we move forward. So thanks everyone for joining us for another episode. We look forward to seeing you guys again, and if you like what you see, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers, my cuz.
Cheers, my cuz. Everyone, tune in for the next episode when we talk about Galatasaray whipping Man United.
Oh, let's go,
Peace.
Lask. Do your thing. See ya.
Sweet, my
Cheers.
boy.